here. So yeah, don't mind if there's any background noise because today I'm shooting in a different room, so my parents are watching TV, so there's a little bit of noise there. So yeah, as you can see from the title of the video, today I want to talk about Crazy Rich Asians, specifically the movie. I watched it on the very first day and it came out in Malaysia. I'm actually currently reading the book, but I'm one of those people that if I know that the book is going to be made into a movie, I'll wait for the movie first so I can watch it and then I'll read the book. So yeah, I'm kind of backwards in that sense. So yeah, specifically why I want to talk about the movie is because I was actually talking about it with my mom before the movie came out, and she couldn't really understand why the movie is so important to me, because being a Malaysian Chinese, I obviously grew up in Malaysia. I grew up seeing Asian faces in the media. There's always been influx of a lot of dramas and movies, especially from like Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, China. We have our own local productions as well. We have Indonesian movies, Thai, and there's a whole lot of Singapore movies as well. We have a whole lot of that. But why I want to talk about why it's important for me is because growing up, a lot of the Asian stuff that I see usually have women portrayed as a little bit more feminine, demure. I won't say like submissive, but it gives off that kind of tone. And growing up, I was never like that. I was that girl who would like literally go and chase after the guys who bully my friends. I am like the smallest person in my whole gang, but I would like go up to like a guy who's like probably 3 or 4 years older than me and be like, hey, I heard you bullied my friend, and would like laugh at me because of my size, but then they realized quickly that I wasn't playing around. And so I actually got into fights. I was once lectured by my late grandmother that girls should not get into fights, and yeah, I had like a huge bruise on my cheek actually because I got punched by a dude. So yeah, I actually got lectured, and it was, how should I put it, I was never that type of girl who would sit quietly and be all like sweet, nice, demure and stuff. In fact, I didn't even get into like makeup and skincare till I was like 25. So yeah, when I was growing up, a lot of the female characters in a lot of the Asian dramas and movies, I couldn't really relate too much actually. But it kind of changed when I started watching like Ghibli movies. I think the first character of Ghibli that I really liked was Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, because she was strong and independent, but at the same time she allowed herself to be vulnerable as well, and she also loves her family very much, and she was just so admirable. And then Mulan came out. Oh my god, Mulan changed my life. Like, for the first time I saw myself being represented. I mean, growing up watching Disney movies, you quickly realize that a lot of the Disney princesses don't look anything like you. I mean, they're usually Caucasian, and there was an Arab princess, but you know, you don't feel that connection. I know Mulan isn't a Disney princess, but she's my Disney princess. She was Chinese. She was tough, she was strong, but she still had so much strong family values, and I just related to that like so much, because I really felt that way. Like, I wasn't the girl who would like sit down quietly and, you know, just not do anything. I'll be the type that, hey, I need to do something, and that was what Mulan was like. But I guess when I started growing up more, I realized those were animation, and as time went on, I grew up with a lot of Western media generally, and so quickly I realized that I don't really see people who look like me in Western media, and it was kind of jarring in that sense. And at that point in time, a lot of Asian media was still portraying women as a bit more submissive and soft and all. It wasn't until like maybe 2007 that I saw Hana Yuri Dango, and the main character in that was like tough and strong, and she would like beat up the guy who bullied people, and I was like, wow. And obviously there's Meteor Garden as well that portrayed that, and also there was a Hanakimi, both the Taiwanese and Japanese version, that portrayed the girl for being strong and headstrong enough to know what she wants, to the point that she was stubborn enough to jump into a guy's school to kind of go after what she wanted, in that sense. So I guess in that sense I didn't really feel it so much, because I was really about 17 at that point. So most of my formative years growing up, a lot of media was still seeing Asian women being portrayed as submissive and soft and feminine, and you'll see that in Western media as well, even up to the last several years. When Fresh Off the Boat was announced, I was like, wow, like seriously, they're really gonna put like full Asian faces on a comedy show on ABC, really now? I mean, obviously I wasn't too happy about the point that it was still a bit stereotypical, I'll be completely honest about that. But for me, it was a step. And then I started watching Kim's Convenience recently on Netflix, and that's a Canadian show, and that really, like, wow, people are starting to want to see Asians in media, and not just in Asian media, in Western media as well. And with BTS now blowing up as well, and also collaborating with Nicki Minaj and Steve Aoki, that just shows that, hey, we've always been here. You guys just need to kind of inch away and give us the spotlight. I was really angry with the whole Ghost in the Shell controversy, because I didn't grow up with Ghost in the Shell, I'll be honest about it, because it's more 80s, but I knew of friends who grew up with it and were like, what the... I have to curse at this, but what the fuck? Because the main character in there is a strong female. Yeah, she's an android, and yeah, I know they can say that, oh, she's an android so we can change her to what we want, but growing up, she was a strong female Japanese android, and honestly, they could have gotten the girl from I can't remember what's that show called right now, the one that that had the robots and stuff. I can't remember what it called now, but I know there's an actress in there who would suit the character really perfectly. I'll find a picture and put it here. But yeah, so I was like really angry with that, and I was even more angry when I found out that they thought that casting Scarlett Johansson would bring them more money, which doesn't really make sense in that way. And obviously the movie flopped. I'm not gonna say anything about Scarlett Johansson because she is an amazing actress. I admire her for that, but she has had some problematic casting. I would just put it in that sense. Okay, I digress for really long right now, so now back to Crazy Rich Asians, why it's so important for me. It's one of like the first few movies that when I saw the trailer I wanted to cry, because finally seeing people that look like me, sounded a bit like me on a big screen. You know, I only saw that when I watch Chinese movies or Korean or Japanese, but they're speaking an entirely different language, to be honest. I am not the most fluent at Mandarin. My Cantonese needs a little brushing up. Like 我真係好耐冇講廣東話咗。如果我講，我真係好走音嘅。So yeah, basically I was just saying that I haven't really spoken Cantonese in a really long time. So when I do speak, I sound a little off in my pronunciation, because when my grandparents were still around, they mainly spoke Cantonese, so I practiced a lot with them. But now that they are gone, I don't have the opportunity anymore, so I spoke in English mostly. And seeing Crazy Rich Asians have that kind of mix and all, it was like, wow. And I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but there was some scenes in the movie that I cried because I really felt related to it, like in terms of family values and all. It was just wow. And the main reason I love this movie so much is because it portrayed strong female characters. I have to admit, my most favorite characters are actually Astrid and Piglet. Picklin is like the friend that you need to have. She's not afraid to be honest with you, but at the same time, if you need her, she's there for you. Like after the movie, I was telling Oppa that Jing is my Picklin and I'm hers. We are that kind of bond, you know, and it is so satisfying that there's finally like a character that I could relate to that is like, wow, she looks like me, she kind of sounds like me, and I don't know, I don't know how to put that kind of feeling. Yeah, and then Astrid. I love Astrid because she has this strong, quiet grace. Like, she's feminine and subtle, but at the same time, she's strong as hell. You just have to watch the movie to see what I mean. It was just amazing. And yeah, I know that some people are going to say, but the movie doesn't represent me. I'm not Chinese and I don't speak Chinese or Cantonese or whatever, and I don't see myself in that movie. Here's the thing. I've always believed that it's just an opening crack. I was speaking about this with Oppa as well. Yes, I understand that not everybody might feel represented in the movie, and honestly, I don't relate to the richness in the movie. I'm not like at that level, to be honest. But I would just say this. It took us many years to get to this point, to have actually Western media willing to take a chance with a whole Asian cast. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to take like a shorter time or what. I'm just saying that this is just like a little crack at the door, and we're kind of like David fighting Goliath now, in the sense that we just have rocks and we have a big giant. So we just have to keep throwing the rocks, and in hopes that one of the rocks will be the one to knock down the giant. And we've been seeing that happening throughout the years with like Fresh Off the Boat, Kim's Convenience, and now Crazy Rich Asians. And Crazy Rich Asians sequel has just been, I won't say it's greenlit, but Warner Brothers have apparently given the go-ahead to start developing the sequel. So I'm really happy about that. And then Henry Golding is cast in A Simple Favor alongside Blake Lively. Like, what the hell? Really? So, and from what I hear, Fresh Off the Boat has been syndicated as well, and it's like the first like full Asian American TV show to be syndicated after so many years, I believe. And so I guess we are throwing our pebbles, and we just have to hope that one of it will be the one to knock down Goliath. And please go and watch the movie. Go in without any expectations, I will tell you that. And maybe you might be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. And yes, I know that my thoughts are all over the place, but this is my honest feelings. And I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked the movie, please do let me know which parts of it that you like, but please don't leave any spoilers. I'm a spoiler-free person, and I don't want to spoil things for anybody who might not have watched it yet. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next video. Bye!